Party Season 52, Wild Card Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Damon Coakley. Today, I am with Uncle Matt and Nickel Brokini. We are going to be asking them some questions about their past seasons as the commissioners and family that hosts our Doughnut Party. One question I had for you today was, what are some of your fondest memories as the commissioners of the Doughnut Party? And, well, Gus was the doctor of footballology, but you guys could probably fill in for him.
All right. Hey, Damon, thank you. Before we go any farther, thank you for inviting us to join.
You're welcome. Thank you for, it's a very big honor for me to be the new commissioner for this league, and I understand that I literally and figuratively have big shoes to fill.
That's right. Yeah, that is right. Wait till you see them. They're enormous. But I just want to congratulate you on being only the second commissioner of all time. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. And, you know, there were a lot of candidates. We were in the bidding with Roger Goodell for a while, you know, but he had salary requirements that we had trouble meeting. I'm glad you were able to come in and do the job. I think you're going to be awesome at it.
Yeah, David, what are they paying you?
Currently.
Don't forget your non-disclosure agreement you signed. We don't discuss that.
Paid in donuts.
That's non-public information.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are donuts involved. So Nick, do you want to answer his questions?
Well, fondest memories, you know, just looking at this football, they're kind of hard to choose. Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of blurred the screen there.
Yeah, but let's see. Can people see what that is?
Well, just, you know, there's 3 years there with my name on them, so I'd have to say one of those three. Probably the best year would be Super Bowl. Is that right? Oh.
Super Bowl
XLVII.
XLVII.
Yeah, Super Bowl XLVII. Super Bowl 48, because that was the first time anyone had won 2 years in a row. I think my first year, everyone had sort of laughed it off as me not caring, and the second year, I was the only one laughing. So that's definitely a fond memory.
And Damon, actually, I meant to say earlier, but I just wanted to say that Gus really wanted to be here for this too. Maybe he can join for a future podcast.
Yeah, we were gonna make up some questions.
And you just couldn't make it tonight.
Next time we have a podcast.
So let's see. I don't really know what my fondest memories were. I think certainly one fond memory was you saying how much you loved the Doughnut Party theme music. And you're like, I want to listen to it all year, and now you can. In fact, you're going to have to, at least in the next few weeks. And also, just frankly, just getting up early in the morning and making donuts with Nick and Gus all these years at the actual party. That's
true.
Highlight.
Yeah, I changed mine. Refining the donut recipe. My last couple of years living at home, I feel like that was a good way to go out. I feel like I really nailed it.
And it was great last year to see. It was great last year to see Title IX Force finally prevail after being like in the top 5 every year for years and years, and by losing by only 1 point one time. Yeah. No one's done that before either.
Yeah. So another question we have for you guys is that now that you guys are kind of like retiring as the commissioners and the doctors of footballology, are you guys gonna like change your strategy for your lineups, or are you guys sticking with like the same thing?
Oh, all Steelers all the time? You wonder if I'm sticking with that one?
Yeah.
Well, my strategy has always been to pick the 2 teams that I think are going to be in the Super Bowl, and then try to pick players from those teams that will do well, and then as they drop off, try to pick players that are different from the ones that everyone else has, because when you're picking later in the game, you know, you don't have the multipliers, and so you have to kind of take some chances and hope for the best. So I've been thinking about doing it that way, although I know Julie just once did it based on hairstyles, so I'm also considering that.
Some very interesting like plans of
I'm
picks?
thinking about maybe doing it based on the players' smiles in their pictures on NFL, like how many teeth you can see, and just going for the toothiest ones.
What if they're missing teeth?
Yeah, that might. Well, I guess they wouldn't. Yeah, I kind of have to think about that one. Good question. But what do you think of that strategy?
It's a funny one, and maybe it'll work.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm taking it back to basics. I won 3 years in a row, and I think that that sequence of championships sort of got to my head. I felt a lot of pressure to keep it going, and then for the last couple of years, I have not done as well. And I think that's because I let it get to my head. I started trying to repeat my success, and by trying, I defeated myself. My strategy all those years was to not try. So basically, I always pick 3 teams, 2 from one conference, 1 from another. Usually I pick, about roughly a 4-2-2 from 3 different teams. But so I tried to stick to that ratio. I picked, I think, Steelers, Patriots, and Panthers. And then I just picked the players, whose names I had heard, and did as little extra research as possible and tried to get in and out of the choosing screen as quickly as possible. Open the window, click, 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 close. I'm just not going to think about it until next week.
Yes.
If you ask me what players I picked, I think I could tell you, I think Antonio Brown's on there. I couldn't tell you what defense I have, and I think that's what's going to carry me.
Is Brown still playing though? I want to look into that.
Don't worry about it. I don't.
Well, since you guys are kind of siding off as the commissioners, what are you guys going to do with your free time?
Oh, it's just going to be eating donuts all the time. All that time is going to be replaced with just full-time donut eating.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
We're going to be enormous by the time the season is over.
I might have to run a little donut workshop while I'm home for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, good idea. Donut clinic.
Yeah.
So we have one more question.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any advice about the playoff sleepers this year, since you guys have been doing research in the past for podcasts? Or would you like to keep that for yourself?
I haven't been paying that much attention to the league. I know there are new teams that haven't been in for a long time, right? Was it the Bengals or the Browns or somebody? No, not the Browns.
I don't think either of those teams.
Which team was it? Some team that hasn't been in the playoffs for forever?
Yeah.
Jaguars?
Clearly I haven't been paying attention. So, you have to remember this is advice from a 8-time loser now. So,
yeah. I would say a good rule of thumb is if a team was in the Super Bowl last year, they're probably still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's that's worked for me.
Yeah. Well, I know for myself that if you have an advantage over somebody like my little brother, you got to keep it.
Oh, good point. That's very true. Absolutely true.
Yeah. Although I don't know, this could be his year.
Yeah. But yeah. So thank you guys for joining us, and I'd like to have a message for the league. All of you tuning in to watch this podcast, remember to study your playbooks and set your team lineup by Saturday morning. Good luck to all the coaches, and hope you guys have a great year. Signing off from Doughnut Party Central.